Okay. Well, as you can see, I have a different view. There's no truck. So I'm back in Florida. Um, got back in at about 1 o'clock this morning. Didn't go to bed till about 4:30 and woke up when my alarm went off at 9:30. Um, got on the charts this morning. Probably didn't, give myself enough time to wake up and be looking at the charts, with a focused mind. So I took a couple of losses this morning in my personal account. I didn't trade any of my evals today at Tradeify. I need to get on those. Um, but took a couple of losses on the personal account, and then this afternoon we hit the area, uh, an area of interest for me. So I'll have to show you guys sometime. But right now I have a 46-inch monitor um, in front of me, and my laptop's on the desk, which is what I record from. And I have six charts up in vertical columns and divided in half. So I have two, two, and two. Um, the first column is my Forex account with Oanda. Um, and I'm trading longer time frame trades on that. Then the middle column, I have my personal account, um, and this is where I basically trade the indices. And then I have a third column where I'll watch peripherals like oil, gold, um, some other futures besides the indices. Um, so the top row is my 15-minute chart. That's what they stay on. So I watch 15-minute levels, see 15-minute reactions. Um, but all the levels on my charts are based on 4-hour levels. So I'm just looking at 4-hour levels on 15-minute chart. And then the bottom three uh, tabs are my 1-minute charts where I actually execute my trades. Um, so that's basically what I'm looking at. It's great to be able to have multiple assets up now, being off the truck, um, and have a big enough monitor where I can see all of them nice and clear, um, and don't have to lose focus. I'm not scalping for the most part, um, so I'm not rushed to get into a trade, um, and so yeah, um, we have a trade on in Oanda. Uh, it's just a little bit in the red at the moment, but I'm looking for that to turn around. Um, the indices today, again, I took a couple of losses in the morning, but then right around 2 o'clock, um, which is a good time for the market to shift. Um, it's one of those macros that I look at between 2 and 2:30. Um, we reached up into this 4-hour fair value gap. We hit the midline, and there's a inverted fair value gap just above the midline of this 4-hour, which is the uh, blue box. So we got above the inverted just a little bit, tapped up here. I was looking for us to come in to this green line here because that is an order block opening price. And I was expecting to hit that order block up there and rebalance this 4-hour fair value gap. I'm sorry, this is a 15-minute fair value gap. Um, these are 15-minute levels. My fib levels that you see are all based mostly on the 4-hour. I do use a certain fib level. You can see like down here, this little small one down here, um, on swings. Okay. So anytime we break a high and break a low, um, and we have a market structure shift, I use this fib to see if the pullback is uh, a reversal or if it's a fake out to get people long just to go down and take out lows again. And I'll explain that in at a later time for those that want to or might be interested in learning it. Again, a lot of this is Oliver Velez's system. I just throw some ICT in there for confirmation. Okay, so um, we did take this trade here. Um, this was about $180, $190 trade. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, I'm not going to worry about pulling it up and showing you the math. It was 180 to $190 trade, but I did take profits earlier than my target, which was the 1 minute 200. Um, so I didn't make the full profit potential on the trade, but I like locking in some profits. Um, I think it was like about it was about 170, and then it pulled back a little, and I went in and took profits in case that pullback wasn't just a pullback and decided to come all the way back. And then we went down to target. So um, ended up with $125 on that trade. Um, it was a pretty simple trade. So then I was just sitting around, went for a walk, played with the dogs a bit, and then we came down. So I got out here, and then I left the charts for a little while. When I came back, I saw that we had swiped this low here, and we were in a pullback. Um, and what I wanted to see there was um, a breakdown uh, to go take out this low, right? Um, so I put my fib up on the swing. We swept the highs, we swept the lows. So we have a swing here. We're in a downtrend. We get a pullback here. So I put my fib up on this full swing, 1 minute swing here. And the very first pullback, you know, well, we've got to start from here because that's where we're measured. Um, so we immediately went up and broke the 6-6. Okay. I don't like to see that, but we didn't close above the 6-6. If we had closed above any short that I would take from there, shorts basically are invalidated for me at that point. I can't be looking for a short. Um, but then we slowly grind our way back down, and honestly, I was looking for the spot, um, and I actually caught the perfect spot, um, which was on this candle at it was the 355 candle. Now I know we're coming to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and the market's going to be closing, in a little over an hour. But I'm looking just for a scalp to try to get down to these lows, right? So I don't need a lot. I'm just looking for 25, $50. Um, so when we finally ended up, you know, closing below the 21 again, um, I started, getting interested right in here, um, because we didn't close above the 66. And then the next two candles couldn't close above the 50. Then the next candle closed even lower right at the 9, and it did break through the 9. So when this next candle started and it didn't push up into or past um, high the 21 and it started moving down, I jumped in. Um, Probably a little premature, but it gave me a really tight stop loss. Okay, I'm only risking 3.75 uh, on this trade, but it's almost a 6-to-1 trade, right? Um, so it works. Okay. Um, and I don't think I took it all the way down here. Maybe I took it to the bottom of this candle. Couldn't remember once I got back off the charts. Um, but you know, I ended up only making like 20 bucks here. And I think I was only risking like 6 or 7. Um, it was super tight stop. And I was just looking for a quick scalp. Give me 2 candles uh, and I'm out of here. So I may have gotten out on the close of this one here. Um, and just made another quick 20 bucks. Okay, so I ended the day in my personal account up $145. Um, we're still trying to break that account over the $1,000 mark. I'm at 800. I believe it's $808. I'll have to double check on that to see exactly. Um, in fact, I guess we can go ahead and plug in here. Um, okay, where the fuck is trade? Trade logged in as down here. Okay, that's why. Because that's the 1 minute chart I was actually trading on today. So we can log in up here. This is our live personal account. Um, so we're up to $816. Um, I started this account with 650. Um, so we haven't quite made 200 in it. No, the goal is to get it to 1,000, slow and steady, no pressure. We just want to get that to 1,000. Uh, I think I can trade 1 or 2 micros with $1,000 buffer and grow that account. And then we'll just start scaling up when we get the opportunity to and have the balance to do so. I probably wouldn't add any more micros to the trading until I get to probably I would say at least a $2,000 buffer. Then I might enter with 2 and add 2. Um, but I think I'd like to have at least 2,000 in the account before I do that. So again, we didn't trade the Tradeify today, so nothing to show there. Um, we do have, and I think I can, boom, there you go. Is that it? No, it's MNQ still. Why is it still MNQ? You piece of junk, man. There we go. Um, so this is this is my forex trade at the moment, and we had that crash candle right here, right off the 66 of this crash candle. Um, so once we got back below uh, the SMAs and we closed a 4-hour candle there, I went ahead and jumped into a short, and I'm risking um, this 4-hour candle. I'm looking for the target to come down here Because if we break these lows here, I think we go ahead and get below the 200 and go ahead and come down here to possibly look at this fair value gap, which also has an order block in it. And my target is the opening price of the order block. So I may move that up. In fact, I think I will just to the top of the order block. That way I'm not going to cheat myself if it just taps the order block and then pulls back. Um, Again, these are 4 hour trades. Trades on a 4 hour chart. It's something that uh, I like doing. Um, the account is in drawdown at the moment, but we've had some good and we've had some bad trades. Uh, and because that's basically the only chart I use for trading my Forex on Oanda, I think the chart below it I'm going to put up. Like if I'm watching the ES in my middle chart to trade, I'm going to put up the NQ so that I can see any divergence uh, between the two markets. So that's pretty much it. I have uh, absolutely thrilled to be sitting here in Florida. I got to sit out on the porch today and watch a rainstorm. So um, it might not sound like much to most people, but uh, it's an absolutely beautiful day for me. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Um, I think I'm gonna go through because I really didn't get a chance to get everything the way I wanted it. Now that I've got the bigger monitor, um, so I think I am going to take a look and see um, if I can improve my view here any. I don't think I can, but I also want to go through all the charts and just take off all the drawings and start from scratch from the 4 hour uh, and get my levels ready for tomorrow morning uh, because I need to focus on my Tradeify. Uh, I've got 450K evals that are about a third of the way to passing, and I need to get those passed before the rebuild date comes. So I'm going to get a little bit aggressive on those, probably trade them one at a time because odds are I'll pass one or two of the four. Um, I might blow one or two, but I'm going to be really patient, wait for the right trades on those, and then just put on a little bit larger size um, to see if we can't go ahead and get those things passed. So that is the plan for tomorrow. The internet is not great in this apartment. We have T-Mobile home internet. Um, and of course, it works off cell towers. So it's not great in this apartment. I do get some delays in Trading View, and I know it's on my side. Um, so streaming in Discord is probably going to be the only way I'm going to be able to trade live because streaming to YouTube until I get a better signal and a better upload rate. Um, I've got a great download rate. My upload speeds are not that good. Um, so until I can get that fixed, I think Discord is going to be the only place I do my live trading for now. Um, but eventually we will be getting that fixed if we have to just get a whole new internet uh, put in. So, all right, we're going to call it a day. It's about a 20-minute video. Um, I will see everybody tomorrow, and I will be in the Discord uh, channel trading live tomorrow. And tomorrow I am going to trade, since I had a winning day today on my personal account, I'm going to trade my Tradeify evals tomorrow and leave my personal account alone and um, Because right now, I don't want to be trying to move from, one thing to the other. Um, I can trade my evals on these charts that I have, but I just can't log into both. So I don't want to be having to take a trade in my personal on my bigger screen and then move over, mouse over to the laptop to trade my evals or vice versa. And so until I can get another monitor, because I think if I get another monitor and open up trading uh, Tradeovate in there, um, I think I'll be okay. I might actually be able to fit Tradeovate's platform since I'm not using that chart. uh, I could take that chart. I'm brainstorming and I need to stop the video. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll let you know what I do.